Hey guys, so today I'm going to be showing you how I make one of my weekly spreads. It has been a long time since I've uploaded any video, and since then the way that I make my weekly spreads has changed a lot, and I just kind of wanted to share it with you guys to maybe give you some inspiration or just kind of to show my new way of making my weekly spreads and just put it out there, I guess. So the first thing that I generally do is pick a color scheme. So here I've picked kind of a blue and yellow type thing, and so once I do that, I just pull out a bunch of different pens and brush pens and stuff that fit into that color scheme. So I've used a blue mildliner, and then I also used a yellow artline stix marker to make the heading, as you can see. So I like to just go with different color schemes for each week. I think it makes it more fun, and I think that it adds a lot of creativity to my bullet journal, and as I'm flipping through looking at past spreads, it makes it really fun. Also, if you guys want to see a flip through video, just let me know for the 2 people that are watching this. But the next thing that I do is I sketch out a weekly overview. So this was one of my last spreads of my school year, and so as you can see right now, what I'm doing is sketching out the weekly overview. Also, sorry for my head just butting into the frame, rude. But basically what I'm doing is I'm sketching out a weekly overview. You'll see in the finished product, but it's basically just a little snapshot of my week where I can put just appointments and things that I have, just so that I can keep them on track, and also because I've eliminated the daily spreads in my bullet journal pretty much, or they don't have an appointment section on them, so I like to keep somewhere for my daily appointments, specifically on the side. So that's pretty much what's going on for right now. I'm going to speed through this next part of the video because you literally can't see what's going on. So I will be back to go on to the next process. Okay, so the next thing I do after I have this kind of skeleton set up is I start putting on all of my extra little materials. Now, this is probably the main thing that has changed with my bullet journal spreads in the past year or so, which is that they're basically more like collages now because it's a bunch of multimedia stuff. So I'm just gonna kind of walk you through, I don't know, all the stuff that I put in there, where I get it, stuff like that. So the pictures that you're seeing that I'm putting down right now, like the ones of the blue buildings and the yellow shoes, those are actually from magazines. So what I really have been enjoying lately is stopping by my local library, and they have a free magazine section, and I just kind of snag a few, maybe like lifestyle or gardening or random magazines, and I like to just go through and just take photos out of them, and I find that this is a really cheap way to find really pretty photos to enhance your spreads. I used to kind of print stuff out with a color printer, but then our color printer broke, and so for a while I was kind of confused as to what I could do, but then I thought of this magazine idea, and it's proved really well. The magazines I would recommend if you can get your hands on are probably Real Simple magazine, Sunset magazine, Domino magazine's another one of my favorites, but yeah. So the next thing that I'm kind of putting down a few smaller things and just positioning things. So after I've got my skeleton laid down, I think a really important process is just getting out all of the materials I want in the colors that correspond with my spread, and just kind of laying them out all over to see what fits together and what doesn't. So in addition to the things I get from magazines, I also have a few just packaging things, or just, I don't know, I've kind of become a paper hoarder, so anything that I see looks cute, I just kind of snag it real quick. So as you can see on the right-hand side, that's actually a Glossier mintbalm.com packaging. Glossier packaging, highly recommend, very aesthetic. But I also have a few other stickers and small things in there. So there's a bird sticker, and I think that having big images and then contrasting them with small stickers and stuff really makes the spreads pop and look a lot more dimensional. And so I pick up my stickers from Amazon. Usually they're pretty cheap because they come in pretty large packs, and so you're pretty much set after buying one of them for a long time. So I definitely recommend doing that. But yeah, that's pretty much what this step is. So this is the majority of what I end up doing when I'm making my weekly spreads, and I spend a lot of time just like positioning, picking the right images from my collection, stuff like that. Obviously you do not have to go as hard as I do. I can definitely say that this is pretty intense, and it takes up a lot of time. Granted, I do procrastinate on some of my actual schoolwork by doing this, but you know, but in no way is this like the only way that you can bullet journal. I know this is like a cliche studygram message, but you don't need all of this extra stuff to bullet journal. You really just need the basics, some paper, and a pen. But this is just what I like to do. It's creative and kind of fuels my brain, so I really enjoy it. So once it comes time for me to start taping things down, I like to use glue tape. I think that it's a lot easier than using a glue stick or just regular Scotch tape, and it's just cleaner, and also it's more portable, and there's no drying time, so highly recommend. I will try and link the supplies that I use down below. Most of them are from jetpens.com. But yeah, so I just kind of glue tape that stuff on and stick the stickers on, etc. I'm gonna fast forward through this next part, so you guys listen to some music, have fun, and then I will come back to you guys later when I move on to the next step. So, on with that. So as you can see, I've added a lot more tiny stickers to the spread that you guys first saw when I was back talking to you, but this is kind of the way that I like to stop. I don't want to put too many stickers on there. I don't want to like overwhelm it, but I do think that it's nice to have some depth and variation in terms of size of collage materials. So now the last thing that I do is set up that weekly overview that I talked about earlier. So as you can see, I took a mildliner and quickly made some heading boxes, and now I'm just writing the days of the week. And basically all this is I'll write the date, and I will just kind of fill in my appointments. Either if I know them ahead of time, like at the beginning of the week, I'll write them in. Usually I end up writing a ton of stuff as the week goes on because let's be honest, I just forget. But I find that this is really, really helpful to making sure that I like actually remember what's going on. I am currently a junior in American high school, and there is a ton of stuff going on in my life. And I find that this is the best way for me to keep all the stuff in order without making daily spreads very repetitively and stuff. Also, quick note, I usually write what week it is on the box in the upper right-hand corner of the first page, but I totally blanked, so that's what usually goes there. So that was my weekly spread for the something month of May. I hope you guys enjoyed this video and that you found it helpful. Comment down below letting me know if you want me to do more videos like this, or videos on the spreads I make for the summer, or anything else. Subscribe to this channel if you want more content like this, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye!